Well, our top story tonight at 11, the former University of Kentucky swim coach accused of raping and sexually assaulting two former UK student athletes in a lawsuit is now speaking out.
Now through his attorneys, that is. Lars Jorgensen, that former UK swim coach, denying any and all allegations. Lars Jorgensen, the former University of Kentucky swim coach, says he is innocent. Jorgensen, one of the 4 defendants in a lawsuit filed by 2 former UK swimmers, alleges Jorgensen groomed, coerced, and raped them while they were swimmers at the university.
My career was going to be over. I had no future. Like he was in a position where if I didn't have him, I had nothing.
The coach who hired Jorgensen, Gary Conley, athletic director Mitch Barnhart, and the university are also named in the lawsuit for allegedly not taking the appropriate action when both swimmers reported their abuse to the school. Attorneys for the victims saying all sides need to be held accountable.
We hope that in bringing these suits, that these institutions will look within and will make the appropriate and necessary changes so that predators are not within their ranks.
But Jorgensen's attorney, Greg Anderson, tells ABC 36, quote, Jorgensen coached at UK from 2012 till 2023, dated the 2 plaintiffs in the lawsuit when they worked at different times as his assistant coaches. He didn't rape anybody. He never assaulted anyone. He never mistreated anyone. He drove his swimmers to be the best that they could. And the facts here do not add up in any way, shape, or form. This all has to do with NCAA woke philosophy and his support of his swimmer, Ms. Riley Gaines. The timing of it, in light of her statements publicly on transgender athletes, is extremely suspicious. We will be exploring that.
I was waiting for a coach to say something, a parent, another swimmer, someone within the NCAA, someone with political power, someone else who was supposed to be protecting us.
Anderson says Jorgensen's problems started in 2022 at the NCAA Women's Championships when Gaines and transgender swimmer Leah Thomas tied for 5th place in the 200-yard freestyle race. Thomas was presented with the trophy, and Gaines protested, creating national controversy over transgender athletes in women's sports.
And it really hit me that if we as female athletes aren't willing to stick up for ourselves, how can we expect someone else to stick up for us?
Anderson says, quote, her head coach at the time, Lars, came out and said, I support my swimmer. I support Riley Gaines. She was my swimmer, and I think this was fundamentally unfair. That's all he said. He didn't say anything anti-trans. He didn't say anything anti-NCAA directly. He didn't say anything anti-Kentucky. He just said, I think this is unfair. And it is. It was. Anderson says that's when problems started for Jorgensen, where he was then suspended for 1 week as an institutional penalty by the university, where allegations started to circulate against Jorgensen, that he started practices 5 minutes early. Anderson saying, quote, indeed, it indicates the NCAA has joined the mob mentality in persecuting coaches and athletes that not only openly oppose trans athletes, but those like Coach Jorgensen who simply did not speak out in support of it. Last June, UK and Jorgensen signed a settlement contract that allowed him to resign with a $75,000 severance and no admission of wrongdoing. Under the terms of Jorgensen's employment contract, UK had the rights to terminate Jorgensen for cause with no payout, including causing harm to students or risking the school's reputation. Last June, UK gave no reason for Jorgensen's departure.